Good morning. Here is today's word of blessings for you. 2 Corinthians 6:8-10. Through glory and dishonor, bad report and good report, genuine, yet regarded as impostors, known, yet regarded as unknown, dying, and yet we live on, beaten, and yet not killed, sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, poor, yet making many rich, having nothing, and yet possessing everything. Today's title is Dying Yet We Live On. There is a great paradox in Christian life. They have two very contrasting characteristics that may often lead others to misunderstand. Some non-Christians belittle Christians as weaklings or cowards. They think that Christians have so much fear of life and death that they try to rely on the imaginary power of unreal God. What would be your answer to such accusations? I would say they are absolutely wrong. Christians are neither weak nor coward by any human standard. I wouldn't deny that Christians have some fears and weaknesses. But who does not have such fears? All people have similar fears and weaknesses. The difference is that Christians admit them humbly and honestly while others either hide or ignore them. The more crucial difference of Christians from others lies in that they personally know living God. Genuine Christians not only know God through the Bible but they have constant personal interactions with Him daily. God is not a wishful being as some outsiders think. He is real, He is powerful. He is so loving. Knowing such God personally makes Christians live differently than others. Knowing God, they live humbly, reverently and trustingly on the one hand, but joyfully, peacefully, and thankfully on the other hand. On the surface, they may look so insignificant, very modest, and somewhat selfless. But inside they have the joy unspeakable, the peace unheard of, and power and riches that the world never knew. I believe this is the paradoxical nature in a genuine belief that Apostle Paul is talking about in today's passage. While he was preaching the good news of the kingdom of God, he was persecuted, imprisoned, and frequently beaten badly. He was even regarded as impostors by those who had no way of knowing what's truly inside of him. Apostle Paul didn't have any anger or hatred against the accusers and persecutors. He was rather at peace and joy. All that he prayed in the middle of constant waves of suffering and persecution was that they would someday share the same grace and joy of salvation that was inside of him. That must have been exactly what was on the heart of Jesus too. Jesus had nothing good or adorable outside in human eyes. He was despised and rejected. He was even crucified as a criminal. We now know what happened thereafter. The cross brought life to the dying world. It saves the whole world including many of those who accused and despised him. It filled people's hearts with peace and love. How does your life appear to people? Does it embarrass you and frustrate you? But what's inside in your mind? Do you have the joy, peace, and riches of God inside of you? Then you are more blessed than anyone. That's what really matters in eternity. Be at peace with yourself. Share eagerly what's in you with others. People are desperately in need of it.